Hey, this is Enaa, in with you in the fight back. And today, I want to talk about the 2012 presidential elections. We already know that a bunch of Republicans have thrown their hat into the ring. Newt Gingrich, Mitt Romney, Herman Cain, Ron Paul, and no doubt it's several others. But I really don't want to talk about them in this video. This video is about the Democrats and Barack Obama. Because if you're on the liberal or the left side of the political spectrum, you're already going to be inundated with fears of what will happen when those terrible teabaggers get in office. What's going to happen with all their racist policies? And I want to leave that aside for a moment, because that's always something the Democrats use to frighten you. They always bring out the specter of those evil Republicans. And I want to talk about the Democrats for a minute, because you're going to have those who call themselves liberals or leftists who are going to come out and say you have to support them because look how bad the alternative is. Well, why don't we look at what the Democrats actually do? We have candidate Barack Obama, who promised to close Guantanamo Bay. Last I checked, it's still open. We have candidate Barack Obama, who, well, he didn't actually call for the end of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, but plenty of anti-war activists who no doubt should have actually known better supported him. And what has Obama done in office? Continued military escalation in Afghanistan, the continuing slaughter in Iraq, and now the expansion of war into Libya. And of course, the continuing drone attacks in Pakistan. Make no mistake about it, Barack Obama is just as much a supporter of war and empire as any Republican on the field. And what else have we had? In 2011, we've seen a slew of uprisings and revolutions across the Middle East, and Barack Obama has clearly placed himself on the side of the Hosni Mubaraks of the world, the repressive dictators. And despite his often noble and lofty rhetoric, we know where the money's going, and it's going to the guns that are pointed at protesters across the Middle East. Make no mistake about it, Barack Obama supports the dictatorships and repressors of the world. Here's something else. In Honduras several years ago, there was a military coup backed by the United States government. So much for hope and change. When there was the BP oil spill, did Obama, the so-called socialist decried by the Glenn Becks of the world, propose to nationalize BP without compensation? No, he put BP in charge of the cleanup. So much for socialism. How about the continued bank bailouts of billions of dollars to vampires and vultures who screw over workers and the poor, at the same time that they have money to bail out the wealthy who don't need it? They're willing to screw over workers and poor by slashing Social Security and the social safety net. That is the legacy of Barack Obama. That is what you support if you support the Democrats. What else? The continuing targeting of immigrants by the police, the continuing raids of activists by the FBI in a manner reminiscent of a political police. It doesn't matter, in the end, who is in Congress or as a president. They're not going to solve the problems facing the United States, the gross inequalities and racism, the imperialist wars, and the bank bailouts that are a symptom of a decaying capitalism. No, those problems will be solved by the workers themselves, by the oppressed, who through their consciousness will decide for something new, something radical. Those of you on the left who actually apologize for these bastard Democrats are just cowards, caring more about your own self-interest, and who, despite maybe your rhetoric to the contrary, support the basic system of empire and greed. You just want us to forget social change and accept the system as it is and just brown-nose the Democrats in the hope that they might make things a little better. You supported Obama, maybe with or without illusions, and now that he's betrayed those hopes, you want us to support Obama and the Democrats again? Go to hell.